Okay, why did I decide to invest in real estate? Well, let me share with you a little bit about my background. So I used to work for the United States government. That's the last job I had prior to retiring early through my, multi-unit portfolio. Now, working at the government, I worked for the United States Census Bureau. If you're unfamiliar with that agency, we pretty much gather statistics on the economy. And that was my major and minor in school. I majored in economics and I minored in stats. So my job perfectly lined up with my education. Now, working at the United States Census Bureau, again, we used to gather a lot of data. And our job was to make sense of the data. Okay. Now, while working there, I found two statistics that really moved me to take action. Well, one statistic, I didn't necessarily obtain this from the Census Bureau, but you probably heard it yourself, that 9 out of 10 millionaires became wealthy through real estate. So that was like a simple stat to me that made me want to get into real estate because I thought, wow, 90%? That's high. The probability of me becoming a millionaire is pretty high if I actually chose real estate investing. Now, the other stat I thought was shocking. I worked on a survey. It was called SIP. That's the Survey of Income and Program Participation. SIP for short is the acronym. And what we did is we gathered economic data on many different demographics. We wanted to see how people receive income. Some people may receive income from welfare. Some people may receive government aid, also from, let's say, Section 8 or from WIC. Some people may receive income from their 9 to 5, royalties, rental income, also mineral rights, intellectual property, many different ways of receiving income. And we were based in New York City, so I'm sure you can guess there's millions of people there. There was many ways that people were getting their bills paid and living, right? Whether they're working for someone else, whether they have their money working for them, or whether the government's helping them out. Now, being a supervisor on the survey, I saw data that said that Black Americans, their net worth is your assets minus your liabilities. Okay, their average net worth was $7,800. So if you took their assets their assets, whatever that was worth, subtract your liabilities, your debt service, your debt and so forth, mortgages, car notes, stuff like that, it was $7,800. And then I saw the same data for Hispanics. Hispanics' net worth on average was about $9,500, but it really wasn't a big significant difference between African Americans and Hispanics. Okay. Now, when we gather stats on white Americans on average had a net worth of $75,000, roughly almost 10x the net worth of Black Americans, right? And we dove deeper into that stat as to why that is. And we found the main difference maker. The main difference maker between white Americans and, let's say, minorities was that minorities owned durable assets, meaning this is an asset in which it does not produce income. They may own their own house. They may own their own car. Who knows? Maybe even a boat, right? They may own some assets, but they own assets that do not produce income. But white Americans, in contrast, they did own properties that did produce passive income. They had royalties. They had business income. They had rental income. They had mineral rights, intellectual property. They had so many different ways of receiving income through their assets, not necessarily through their 9 to 5. Because remember, we're talking about net worth, assets minus liabilities. So when I paired those two stats together, in which real estate is an income producing asset, in which you can definitely increase your net worth with and receive income, coupled with the other stat that 9 out of 10 millionaires have done it through real estate, light bulb went off. Eureka. That's what I need to do. I need to focus on acquiring rental properties. But the first thing I need to focus on is, how am I going to finance these bad boys, right? So that way it's a positive net worth situation for myself. So that way I can get that passive income in which I stated earlier, which led me to saying goodbye, peace to 9 to 5. So if you're interested in learning more about how you too can say goodbye to 9 to 5, how you too can throw up the deuces and get the financing you need first and foremost, because that's the first step. You find the money, then you find the deal. 2-hit combo. So if you're interested in learning more about how you can find the money, let's say you're an existing real estate investor, you own a property or two through your savings, retirement account, it could be a self-directed IRA, and then you run dry. And you're curious to know, well, how can I buy more properties on repeat? How can I scale my portfolio? Then all you gotta do, my friend, is just check the link below to learn more. And by the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome, we're glad to have you. Just make sure you like and subscribe and comment so that way we can answer your questions, give you the assistance that you need, as well as, it helps me come up with content that can be beneficial to other people. All right, so make sure you comment below because we love to look at your comments and provide you those answers. All right, guys, that's my time. As always, it's to your success. Continue to earn passively, live passionately. Peace.